5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Top. Allumage P80, décollage.
On the 11th of February 2015, the European Space Agency's IXV spaceplane splashed down in the Pacific Ocean. It was the culmination of many years of experiments and tests that changed the design of the spaceplane, allowing it to blaze through the Earth's atmosphere, bringing home millions of euros worth of scientific equipment. It was a technological triumph, but salvaging the European shuttle from the sea also required months of planning. Mission Control Center in Turin, the 11th of February 2015. The mission to send the IXV, the Intermediate Experimental Vehicle, into space was controlled from its own birthplace here in Italy. The 100-minute mission to launch the space shuttle from French Guiana into orbit and bring it back into the atmosphere at high velocity was the make or break moment for the engineers and technicians that had designed and managed the 210 million euro mission from the beginning.
What the IXV is designed to demonstrate is the re-entry into the atmosphere, so returning to Earth from space. Re-entry into the atmosphere is still one of the most delicate aspects of a space mission.
This is the first time that a private company perform a recovery operation like this, because usually it was performed in the past by Navy.
The IXV recovery in the Pacific Ocean was contracted to the Italian salvage company Fratelli Neri, a company with nearly a century of experience in ship salvage. Never before, however, had they salvaged a space plane. The Fratelli Neri have the largest salvage fleet in the Mediterranean Sea and regularly deploy their ships globally on salvage and transport missions. In 2012, they oversaw the debunkering of the Costa Concordia, and in 2013, they provided the equipment to cut up and remove the Gelso M cargo ship from the coast of Syracuse in Sicily. The company possesses the Mediterranean's only fleet of ocean-going fire ships too.
Nosaris è un supply vessel anchor handling.
The Nosaris is a supply and anchor handling vessel, so a ship designed to support offshore and oil platform operations, and to support all the operations for oil and gas exploration. So ships like these are able to follow a great number of operations.
In order to be able to carry out this special salvage, the company ordered a very special ship to be built. The Nos Arias was built in the shipyards of Shanghai and sailed all the way to Italy in time for the mission. The crew commander on this mission was Roberto Asaro.
La nave è stata acquistata circa un anno fa a febbraio.
The ship was bought from a Chinese shipyard about a year ago in February. It was then transferred to the Italian port of Livorno, where all the special equipment and superstructures required for this mission were mounted.
Carlo Collella is the project manager for Neri and worked closely with the European Space Agency's recovery team. He is responsible for turning the massive tug into a space capsule salvage unit.
The boat arrived in Italy in late April of 2014. We started then to a lot of modification on board, work to install new crane, and I designed also the cradle where the spacecraft will be positioned after recovery, and the deep tray underneath as a basin which we collect all the fluids that will come out from the spacecraft.
The Nos Aries is a DP2 standard ship, so it's a ship with a dynamic positioning system whose software automatically moves it in order to maintain a position set by the commander, despite any external influences.
Ciro Pipolo is the head of safety on the ship, which has been designed to face the most extreme fire situations, the main reason this ship was chosen for the mission.
Questo tipo di navi normalmente lavora con le piattaforme petrolifere.
This kind of ship is designed to work with the oil platforms, and it is designed both to provide support to these platforms to carry material, as well as to be a firefighting ship. And we have firefighting equipment that is able to extinguish fires on platforms.
The Nos Aries is a massive tug, 60 meters long and 16 meters wide. It is the largest tug in their fleet. On the 20th of October 2014, the massive tugboat left Genoa on this very special mission and began a transoceanic trek, first to Panama and then the Pacific Ocean, while the IXV made its way separately to the launch pad in French Guiana. Here, France runs its own space center in Kourou, where for decades the legendary Ariane space rockets have been launched from. The IXV is a tiny capsule compared with the American space shuttle, but jam-packed with scientific equipment. It is designed as a lifting body, by which the shape of the capsule itself provides aerodynamic lift, despite being deprived of wings. The IXV carries special instruments to measure the effects of re-entry into the Earth's atmosphere by manned space vehicles. It is a test project that is designed to develop future modes of space transportation. Marie-Christine Contino is the recovery team leader for ESA.
So we are here in Panama because this mission has two phases. One is the launch and re-entry phases, and second is the recovery. So we are the recovery team. We are on board the Nos Aires ship, and this ship is starting to sail to the splashdown area from tomorrow.
Although the launch and spaceflight parts of the mission had been simulated mathematically, the actual recovery of the spaceship was tested earlier at the Salto di Quira Interforce firing range in Sardinia. In June 2013, a mock-up of the space plane was dropped from an altitude of 3,000 meters by a helicopter, falling to gain speed to mimic a space mission before parachute deployment. Parachute deployment was one of the major concerns. Would the flotation balloons pop out? Or might it sink to the bottom of the Mediterranean Sea? As the spaceplane splashed down into the warm Sardinian Sea, the project managers were stunned that the flotation balloons did not pop out. The test mission was training for all the precautions that would have to be carried out in the real splashdown in the Pacific Ocean. The spaceplane would still have highly flammable fuel on board and could spill some of it into the sea, creating a fire hazard for divers and crane operators alike. Parts of the spaceplane could have become dislodged. It was a highly dangerous mission that would require precaution on air, land, and sea. The divers deployed to recover the mock-up first had to recover the expensive parachute and then proceed to discover why the vital flotation apparatus had not worked. They had to cut through the balloon covers and manually activate the balloons to ensure the spaceplane floated while it was recovered. The test flight was a milestone for European space research.
L'operazione è un po' particolare in quanto l'unica problematica che
This operation is somewhat special in that the only problem we could encounter during the salvage is the presence of hydrazine. Hydrazine is the propellant fuel that is inside the capsule. However, to face this problem, we have specialized personnel aboard trained to clean out the fuel tanks of the capsule.
Dei serbatoi della navicella.
A year later, on the 23rd of June 2014, the brand new NOS Arias, equipped with a custom-built crane, carried out recovery tests in the sea off Tuscany to verify that the specially engineered ship would actually be able to lift the spacecraft out of the sea and safely deposit the IXV onto its cradle on the mega tug's deck. Once the spaceplane had been delivered to Kourou, the NOS Arias prepared the next phase of the mission and deployed to Panama port, where it began a series of test runs on its first and primary task: to recover the spaceplane once it had splashed down into the Pacific Ocean. The crew of the ship and the European Space Agency engineers work together to prepare for every possible recovery scenario. Many things can go wrong.
The main difficulty is the point that the propellant of the vehicle is not breathable, so it's a danger for the person. So we implemented all the operation with safety devices for the guys involved.
The ship's safety officer explains how the crew is equipped to handle the dangerous fuel in the IXV.
We have special suits for this type of operation that we will have to wear with breathing equipment, and the problem will be finishing the operation before the breathing apparatus runs out of oxygen. Otherwise, we will have to go back and get a resupply of oxygen.
Altrimenti bisogna rientrare e cambiare l'autorespiratore.
Oh, they will wear suits that are specially built for this kind of fluid, and we wear independent breathing apparatus to be independent from the external atmosphere. All the equipment will be explosion-proof, because also the atmosphere could become explosive.
The firefighting equipment on board the NOS Arias is the most advanced of its kind, and the Fratelli Neri crew have been trained to face the most arduous firefighting missions, which every salvage operation needs to be ready for. Toxic and flammable chemicals are often part of the manifests of cargo ships, and salvers have to be ready for every possible catastrophic scenario. In the weeks preceding the IXV launch, the Greek-managed ferry running between Patras and Bari caught fire with a loss of 30 lives, and the local tug service, equipped with hydrants, was still unable to control the flames. Fire is the greatest single hazard in salvage missions, and the NOS Arias crew has trained to respond to it. The crane is designed to lift 8 tons and has an extension of 12 meters, more than any in the Neri fleet.
We have mounted a special crane which has a maximum arm extension of 11 meters, and that is rare on this type of ship, and it was mounted on the ship for this mission only.
We looked for a crane that was able to lift at least 8 tons at 10 meters from the ship, and the requirements asked for a crane capable to operate also in sea state 4. It means up to waves of an height of 2.5 meters.
La gru è un elemento essenziale del recupero della navicella, è una gru...
The crane is the essential element in recovering the capsule. It is an Italian-built crane, so clearly Italian, designed in Italy. It's a hydraulic crane with an arm extension of 12 meters and a lifting capacity of 8.5 tons. It can be operated manually by a driver on the crane or remotely by radio or wire guided.
Radio che è filo guidato.
The Nos Arias is designed to be able to haul huge weights using the specially designed crane, weights that otherwise risk capsizing the ship. As the project manager for Neri Salvage explains, this cannot happen with this advanced vessel.
We performed also stability calculation to verify that with the load on the side, the ship does not heel too much. But anyway, we have the chance to use sea water to ballast one side of the ship and balance the load.
The Nos Arias has been adapted to this mission in many ways that are visible both above decks and in the control room. The main element that is evident on the ship's deck is the firefighting equipment. This special saddle, with an underlying vat, is designed to host the IXV while it is being decontaminated of dangerous hydrazine fuel. The ship's bosun, Francesco De Vita, shows off the major safety features on deck.
Here I have the shower for emergency because hydrazine is very dangerous, and have the shower for emergency, the technician or crew member. After, when I have this space shuttle on board, all is it's ready.
The two dinghies will be used to take the divers to the IXV space capsule floating in the sea. However, finding the capsule in the vast Pacific Ocean with its empty horizons will be tough.
Avremo a bordo anche dei sommozzatori.
We will have divers aboard who will swing into action as soon as the capsule has splashed down, and they will attach flotation balloons, as the capsule might suffer structural damage when it hits the sea, and as a result not float.
E quindi di conseguenza non galleggiare.
We plan to use two fast boats that, with the divers on board, will reach as soon as possible the vehicle that will be floating by its own balloon, and in case of need they can increase the buoyancy of the vehicle, connecting other balloons inflated on board.
This 2-meter diameter antenna is the main instrument that will help the crew find that needle in the Pacific haystack, maybe the toughest job on board, but only part of the mission that cannot fail.